Ishu matra, the measurement of an arrow 3 feet ahead. The measurement of an arrow 3 feet ahead. Avaloka anugate, from moving only after glancing. Na samhita, na samahita, not united. Purushagati, the movement of the carriers. Tada, at the time. Vishamagatim gatam, vishamgatam, becoming uneven. Swasivikam, his own palanquin. Rahugana, King Rahugana. Upadharya, understanding. Purushan, unto the man. Adhivahata, who were carrying the palanquin. Aha, said. He, oh, Vodhara, carriers of the palanquin. Sadhu, Atikramata, please walk evenly so that there will not be bouncing. Kim iti, for what reason? Vishamam, uneven. Uhayate, is being carried. Yanam, the palanquin. Iti, thus. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. The palanquin, however, was very erratically carried by Jad Bharat due to his sense of non-violence. As he stepped forward, he checked before him every 3 feet to see whether he was about to step on ants. Consequently, he could not keep pace with the other carriers. Due to this, the palanquin was shaking, and the King Rahugana immediately asked the carriers, "Why are you carrying palanquin in this way?" Or unevenly. Better carry it properly. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Although Jad Bharat was forced to carry the palanquin, he did not give up his sympathetic feelings towards the poor ants passing on the road. A devotee of the Lord does not forget his devotional service and other favorable activities, even when he is in a most distressful condition. Jad Bharat was a qualified Brahmana, highly elevated in spiritual knowledge, yet he was forced to carry palanquin. He did not mind this, but while walking on the road, he could not forget his duty to avoid killing even an ant. A Vaishnava is never envious or unnecessarily violent. There were many ants on the path, but Jad Bharat took care by looking ahead 3 feet. When the ants were no longer in his way, he would place his foot on the ground. A Vaishnava is always very kind at heart to all living entities. In his Sankhya Yoga, Lord Kapil Deva explains Suhrada Sarva Dehinam. Living entities assume different bodily forms. Those who are not Vaishnavas consider only human society worthy of their sympathy. But Krishna claims to be the Supreme Father of all life forms. Consequently, the Vaishnavas take care not to annihilate untimely or unnecessarily any life form. So they do not kill. All living entities have to fulfill a certain duration for being encased in a particular type of material body. They have to finish the duration, allotted a particular body, before being promoted or evolved to another body. Killing an animal or any other living being simply places an impediment in the way of his completing his term of imprisonment in a certain body. One should therefore not kill bodies for one's sense gratification, for this will implicate one in sinful activity. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitanscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radha Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees. Today we are reading this Canto 5, Chapter 10, text number 2. And all of us know that today we are reading in last few weeks the story of Bharat Maharaj. And every one of us knows Bharat Maharaj. Who was Bharat Maharaj? Son of Rishabdev. And then he went to the forest after retiring his family life. And after retirement, when he went to forest, he gave up his family, he gave up his kingdom, everything. And what he was doing in the forest? He was thinking of Krishna, meditating on Krishna. But he fell in love with a child of a deer, doe. And the thing is, he thought that he would take care of this doe. And he is the only shelter, protection of this doe. The moment he thought that, he became attached. And because of that attachment, all the time, instead of thinking Krishna or meditating or doing his sadhana, what he was doing? He was thinking of the doe. The problem with this kind of situation is, if we give up our own sadhana, if we give up our own spiritual practice, then we are susceptible to fall down. And that happened to Bharat Maharaj. But his fall down was not ordinary fall down like ours. He was able to remember his life as a king, Bharat, even though he was a deer. And after giving that body of a deer, then he took the body of son of a Brahmana, so got birth in a family of Brahmana. And there, his father asked him to learn all these Vedic rituals so that he can make livelihood. But Jad Bharat, he was determined not to fall in Maya again. He was determined not to get into this trap again of earning money. Then you need somebody to spend that money, your wife, and then you have some children, and then what happens? You get entrapped. There was a story, there was a sadhu living in a hermitage, and he used to get some milk, and there was a cat, and she would drink the milk. So he arranged on and on, like got cow, and then got everything, and then got wife to take care of, and then children and everything, and lost his meditation. So that is the material family life. But that is different from devotees' family life. Devotees, they know that they are raising their children for Krishna consciousness. They know that they are living a life of Krishna consciousness where they are doing swadharma of raising children, but at the same time, they are trying to connect this swadharma with parodharma. Savayam punsa parodharma yato bhakti radhokshaje ahatuki apratihata yayatma suprasiddhati. Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, text number 6. And this is very famous verse. Prabhupada quoted it several times. The best occupational duty for all humanity is that by which we can invoke ahatuki apratihata. Love of Godhead, ahatuki, no hetu, no cause, no motivation, unmotivated. Apratihata, never checked by any material cause. So, Maharaj Bharat became Jad Bharat. His father died, his brothers abandoned him, and then he was taken away by some dacoits to offer as a bali to goddess Kali to get some benedictions. When they were about to cut his neck or head, then Kali came out of her altar and smashed the heads, chopped the heads of all the dacoits. The devotees of the Lord are always under the protection of Krishna. And those devotees who are serving Krishna, all the demigods, they just follow behind them. How can I serve these devotees? When Prabhupada was on the planet, elections were going on in America, and a president, I guess Johnson or somebody, he was fighting election. And some devotees somewhere in Florida area, they were having big banners of Lord Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Mahamantra, and they were dancing and chanting on the streets to bring people to Krishna consciousness. And there was a person, he was having a banner of president, I don't know the name, but maybe let's assume Johnson, and canvassing for his vote for President Johnson. And by chance, he came, as a real story, he came behind the group of the devotees with the banner. And devotees were dancing. He also began dancing a little bit, but he was holding the banner of president whatsoever. And the next day, it was just the day, or election day or whatever, next day, it was declared that President Johnson is now the President of the United States. And the picture of that devotee group and the person behind that devotee group got on the front page of the newspaper, National United USA Today or something like that. Somehow or other, that is a true story again. Don't take it false. Somehow or other, that newspaper came on the table of the President Johnson right in the morning. And I said, wow, amazing. How people were canvassing for me and this family Amazing. Get their address and get them here. Tonight I'm going to take dinner with them. And when Prabhupada heard this story, he said, such a small, insignificant President of the United States, if he can feel so much obliged just by little service that a person did for a material cause, think about Krishna. How much he is obliged to you all. And one day, you are going to have dinner with Krishna. Hari Bol. This is the power of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. This is the power of serving Krishna. And when I see young devotees, or like all of you here, I feel myself very inspired. Why I feel inspired? Because you have decided at such a young age that you want to serve Krishna. You have decided at such a small age that you would not fall into Maya again. I can assume you are on the path of Jada Bharat. Because you are in your heart, you are thinking of Krishna. So I pay my respectful obeisances to all the brahmacharis and devotees who are assembled here. I feel very insignificant. And I feel very lowly myself in front of all of you. So here, Jada Bharat, he now was taken by the palanquin carrier of Maharaj Rahugana. The defect with this getting Jada Bharat to carry the palanquin by Maharaj Rahugana, Prabhupada mentioned somewhere later that king can use people in his service as a king, but not without proper remuneration. And Rahugana was doing that. And that's why he was at fault. And that is why Maharaj Jada Bharat gave him lessons so that he can become devotee. So what was happening, Maharaj Bharat was trying to avoid stepping on ants. Like all of us, we follow the same example. We don't want to put our feet on any ant. What to speak of killing cows and things like that for eating flesh? Unbelievable. So devotees are doing that. And Jada Bharat was also doing that. But then because of that, the palanquin was uneven and shaking, and then Maharaj Rahugana said, what the hell is going on? I am your king. And then one of the palanquin carriers said, Maharaj, we got this new boy and he doesn't know how to carry it, that's the problem. Then Maharaj Rahugana came out of it. Who the hell you are? You don't know I am the king? You don't know how to serve your king? And then Maharaj Bharat, he began to tell him about, you are king today. I will give one example. Recently there was elections in America. It's a real story. Recently there was election in America, and President Obama was fighting for his second term, and the guy was Mitt Romney, Republican, against him. And because he was fighting the election of a presidency, Mitt Romney, of course, President Obama was having all what they call Secret Service agents around him all the time because he was president, sitting president. But is that better? Sorry about that. Thank you for reminding Mataji. But what was happening? Mitt Romney, because he was president, fighting for presidency, all the Secret Service agency was also assigned to him. Big lights, big cameras. Wherever he would go, big buses, entourage and aeroplanes. Mitt Romney, candidate of Republican Party, big person, very proud, very great position, $1 billion spent by Republican Party. And what happened? The night when he was declared that he lost the election, the day after, he was filling gas or petrol in his car in Los Angeles at a gas station. So this is the message. The message is we should not be proud of our position. Today I may be this position, that position, but we should stay humble. Never exploit people. So that was the lesson. So then here's King Rahugana using these people carry my palanquin. So the point is, kings, they have duties. Kings, they have some roles. Like I will speak about a story of Maharaj Janak. Everyone knows Janak Maharaj, Videha Raj, right? And Videha Raj, Maharaj, father of Mother Sita Devi. And one time in his kingdom, some brahmacharis, they became confused. Guru Maharaj, we sleep on kusha grass. We eat mostly khichdi. And we do not eat very opulent prasad. And you told us to do austerities. We rise 3 o'clock, chant Hare Krishna. On the other hand, Maharaj Janak, he is sleeping in palace. So many servants around. He is called Vidheraj. Guru Maharaj said, okay, better you go to Janak Maharaj and see him. So he wrote a letter to Janak Maharaj, my disciple is coming to meet you. And Janak Maharaj read the letter and he said, okay. He asked his servants, take him around the palace, arrange everything for him, and then tomorrow we will meet. So the servants of Janak Maharaj, they gave him a lamp so that he can roam around the lobbies and rooms of the Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Krishna Balram ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar ki jai, Lalita Vishakha ki jai. So he was roaming around with a lamp in the hand, and through the windows the wind was blowing, and he was trying to protect the flame of the lamp. Like here we do aartis and then somebody carries the lamp and trying to protect with the wind. So he was carrying the lamp around and looking at the things and then protecting the flame. And then in the night he was given a bed, very nice cushion, thick. And when he was lying on the bed, and he looked up, and there was this long and this thick and very heavy sword, talwar, was hanging from the roof of above the bed with a very thin thread. And there were servants doing fanning, milk, cashews, almonds, all the stuff to enjoy, a nice bed with flowers and servants. And he was sleeping on the bed but looking at the sword. Next day in the morning, Maharaj invited in the court. So how was the day? Did you enjoy the things here? He said, Maharaj, I was walking through the palace, and the problem was that the wind was blowing. I was trying to save my lamp to get off, and I wasn't really able to see the palace. Maharaj said, the same thing is with me. When I walk through this palace, I am not able to enjoy, because the lamp of life can get extinguished anytime. So I never enjoy this palace. So what happened after that, Maharaj? There was a milk and there was all cashews and nice fruit, and there were servants fanning me all night. But there was a sword all the time on my head. I couldn't sleep. The Maharaj said, yes, that is also my situation. I always think that sword of death is hanging on my head, and I can't enjoy these bed of roses. He learned the lesson, why he is Vidheraj. So the devotees of the Lord, they would use things in service of the Lord. and they would not get attached. Because when time will come to leave, like I remember, our Shiksha Guru Hanmat Peshak Swami Maharaj, he writes newsletters every month. And one devotee in Miami, he was a single bachelor after divorce, and he got a news that he got throat cancer. And he was from he is from Dominican Republic, South America. When he was diagnosed with cancer, Hanuman Swami wrote in his newsletter, Jai Krishna, time to pack up. I called Maharaj, please, don't be so rough and tough. We are materialistic people. He just heard the news of cancer and you are saying, time to pack up. Maharaj said, yeah, I am saying time to pack up is because it's time to pack up. Do not, for example, I was traveling in a train, Rajdhani Express, and third AC. Nice air condition is blowing and my bottle is here, my magazine is there, everything nicely settled. But I must remember that I have to leave this train. This is not my place. Similarly, I do not want to spread so much that when time to pack up will come, I will just say, oh, my bag, my this, my that, my that. Travel light. We want to live light in this world. So the story of Janak Maharaj continues. And then somebody says, Maharaj, but you are saying all of this because you are Maharaj. Sitting at the throne, you may sound like renounce. But what if you are not on this throne and you are in the forest? Maharaj said, okay. Next day, Maharaj left the palace in a very simple clothes. And he started walking and walking and walking and walking, and after almost 14, 16 hours, he fell asleep somewhere in the forest. And the neighboring king of the kingdom, he was coming to see Janak Maharaj to take some advice. But he saw Janak Maharaj, wow, on his way in the forest. Maharaj is lying in the forest on the stones. He immediately asked all the entourage, just stop here, put the whole tents and everything right here, and pick up Maharaj and put on the soft beds and with everything and fan again. And Maharaj woke up and said, oh, what is this? So the lesson was that Maharaj was destined to be Maharaj, but he was not attached. So even though he decided to leave, but again he was on soft bed, but again people were fanning him. So that was his position that was there, but he was not attached. When Alexander the Great, he came to India after conquering so many countries, and when he came, he went to the bank of the Ganges, and some of the saintly people, they were lying there on the bank of the Ganges, and Alexander the Great was standing in front of them and was saying, look at me, I am the emperor of the world, Alexander the Great. Ask me whatever you want. And the saints, Kopin and Kamcha and everything, and some rod and everything, and they said, thank you very much, Maharaj, for your generosity. But when you were not standing in front of us, the sun was directly coming on us. And if you will get aside, we will get full sun again. Thank you very much. Sikandar was thinking, better I pack up and leave this country. Why? I cannot make them fool. I cannot trick them by the trick of Maya. Have fun. Pack, borrow, steal. Enjoy. This land of India is Tapobhumi, is the land of austerity, and especially when you are in Vrindavan. So the point is, Alexander left, and when he learned his lesson, he went back. And at the time of about death or something, he called his counselors and ministers, and he said, I conquered pretty much everything, but I had some plans which are left, and I wanted to do some more of these. Some countries are still left. What is about my health? Counselors said, Oh great king, we have arranged so many physicians and Vaidyas and everything for you, but somehow or other they told us, you do not have very many days left. Alexander said, but if I give a country to rule to one of my physicians, can he extend my life for 1 year? They called the physicians. Can you make him live for another 1 year? They checked everything. No more. Can anyone extend my life even for 6 months? I will give him half of the world which I conquered. They discussed again, no Maharaj, no, we cannot do that. Then he further said, can anyone give me a month? No. Can anyone give me a week? No. Can anyone give me a day? No, no, no. Then Alexander the Great said, I spent my whole life to conquer this whole world, and the whole world cannot give me even a day. What is the use of this whole? He said, maybe he got some mercy from the sages. He said, okay, never worry, just go away. Now I have 3 wishes which I wanted to get fulfilled. Number 1, my casket that will be carried by all of you, my physicians. Wish number 1. And number 2, my wish is, when my graveyard will be built, the whole path must be bedecked with jewels, emeralds, diamonds, gold. And my 3rd wish is that make a special casket where both my hands can hang out of my casket. He was the king. Granted, sir, whatever you will say, we'll do it. But please tell us why you ask these 3 things. I want to show to the whole world that no matter how many big advanced science and physicians and everything you have around you, when death comes, nobody can save. I want to prove that point. But what about all these diamonds and things? Yes, I want to emphasize that no matter how many diamonds and lands and money and servants you have, nothing is going to go with you beyond this point. So what about your hands out? I want to give a lesson. You came empty-handed and you are going empty-handed. Nothing belonged to you. You brought nothing. You will take nothing. So the lesson is, if we want to take anything with us, if anything can go with us, that is our eternal account. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. All of us who are in ISKCON, All of us who are in the family of Srila Prabhupada, coming from Lord Chaitanya, we have a very special duty. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Bharat bhumi janma hoile jar, janma sartha kari kar par upkar. Those who have taken birth in the land of India, it is their duty. They purify their own existence by chanting. Purifying existence means what? Taking bath? That's one thing. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam tatparatena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti uchyate. Get freed from all designations. I'm Hindu, I'm Muslim, I'm Russian, I'm Chinese, I'm man, I'm woman, I'm Tamil, I'm North, I'm Chinese. No. You are a spirit soul. Get freed from all these designations. Tatparatena nirmalam. Then you become purified, inside and outside. Rishikena rishikesha. Then you engage your senses in the service of the master of the senses. Then what happens? Sevanam bhakti. You become purified. So this is the process. Narad Pancharatika, he said that. So the point here is that we should follow these Mahajanas. When Yamdutas, they came to pick Ajamila. Ajamila cried loudly, Narayan, Narayan. His son's name was Narayan. And Vishnuduta came, saved him. And Yamduta is now perplexed. They went back to Yamraj, sir, are there two governments? Yamraj said, yeah. Mine is state government and there is a federal government. So, those were bright, shiny 4 men, they came. We couldn't defeat. Yes, they are Vishnu Dutas. Then Yamraj told them, because they asked, what is religion? This Jamila was so sinful. And we were not able to bring him. And those 4 people came and saved this damn sinful man. Then Yamraj said, okay, calm down, my boys. Tarko apratishtha, shrutiyo vibhinna. Tarko apratishtha. We cannot understand the philosophy of religion by tark, by argument. Tarko pratishtha, shrutiyo vibhinna. There are so many scriptures. There was a big author, Dale Carnegie, some of you may know. He wrote books, 100 Ways to Make Money, How to Win and Influence People and Win Their Heart, so many books. And he died by suicide in New York, some building, jumped from some building. And he's writing books. He's writing scriptures. Tarko pratishtha, shutiyo vibhinna, naso muni jassa matanna bhinna. And there are so many philosophers. One time, devotees came to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, we went to this professor to give some books and he said, boys, what is this nonsense? You are following this guru and reading these books? Have your own philosophy. Don't take from anyone. And devotees were like, what to say? They went back to Prabhupada and Prabhupada said, just let him know that why we take your philosophy of not taking anyone's philosophy. So we reject your philosophy because you told us. You told us don't take anyone's philosophy. So by following your philosophy, we are not taking your philosophy of not following anyone's philosophy. Sutarko pratishtha shrutiyo vibhinna naso muniyasya matanna bhinna dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhaya. It's very difficult. Mahajana jena gata sabandha. Follow the Mahajanas. Follow the great personalities. Follow the great people. Then Yamduta asked, Maharaj, but who are Mahajanas? I was back in Boise long back. One of our congregation member, he was from Andhra Pradesh, but somehow he had some connection with some sadhu in Shahjahanpur, UP, maybe Ramakrishna Mission or something, I don't know. And he said, you ask in ISKCON this chant Hare Krishna mantra, but you know this Guru? He put his hand on your forehead and light will come to you. I said, Vitthal, you are MTech from America. You put your hand like this on my head, your head, nothing happens. Or if maybe some illumination of some nonsense. And I said, do any one of these 12 Mahajanas, have they ever mentioned anywhere that somebody put thumb on my forehead and I got lightened? Nobody did. So how can I take your philosophy? So Yamaraj said, Swambhu Narada Shambhu Kapila Kumara Manu Prahlad Bhishma Janaka Bali Vyasaki Vayam. So Swambhu, Brahma, Narada Muni, Shambhu, Lord Shiva, Kapil Deva, Kumara, 4 Kumaras, Manu, son of Swambhu, Brahma, Swambhu Manu, Prahlad Bhishma Janak, Bali Maharaj Vyasaki, and Vayam. But who is that Vayam? My humble self also, which is Yamaraj. So he is one of the 12 Mahajana. So the point is, these Mahajanas, Mahajana Jena Gata Sapad, we want to follow these 12 Mahajanas. One time, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj was in Boise, and in our congregation we had so many people, and they said, Maharaj, in ISKCON you asked to chant Hare Krishna mantra, but my Guru Maharaj, he gave me some mantra, and whenever I think, I feel, I chant, and sometimes if I am not feeling, I don't, but I think of Krishna all the time. And what is the use of this having a bead and counting 108 and again and sliding beads and counting? Then Maharaj said, did your Guru Maharaj told you any austerity? Like no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no tea, no onion? No, Maharaj. Did he tell you who is his Guru? We don't know. But then Maharaj said, you are hanging in between. Better you follow somebody, do some austerities properly in parampara. There are 4 main sampradayas. Out of those 4, only Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya is left. Rest are still there, but they are all coming towards, like Lord Chaitanya, he brought them all together to this. So, even if we are following, so the point is, Maharaj mentioned, because the person said, why we chant Hare Krishna mantra? There are so many mantras, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Krishna Sharanam, this, that. So Maharaj said, look, Kali Santaran Upanishad is the manual of Kali Yuga. You buy a mixie or grinder or a scooter or a car, you get a manual. So the manual for Kali Yuga is Kali Santaran Upanishad. And in that there are 2 verses. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. That is the first verse. And the second verse is given, Iti Shodashakam Namam Kali Kalmasha Nashanam Natah Paratar Upaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. The author of all the Vedas, Vyasadeva, he is writing himself in Kali Santaran Upanishad, Iti, this, Shodashakam Namam